via Skype. Ether, what do you know about what will happen tomorrow, and what sense do you have about what's being organized through the social media?
Well, definitely the anticipation that built up today. There was this huge build-up towards the speech. The speech, a lot of it was leaked. You had the military announcements that in Tahrir that there was a really good announcement coming. You had the Secretary General saying that the president was going to leave. This huge build-up towards the speech, and then this incredible letdown in the speech where, you know, the president, as you were mentioning, you know, he praised himself, he berated the people, he listed the accomplishments, he didn't mention any of the mistakes, and then somehow in the middle promised vague constitutional change. The speech was an incredible letdown, and that kind of really made the people very, very angry. And now actually a lot of people are discussing through social media, on Twitter, on Facebook, that this was actually a kind of a strategy to make the protesters, which so far have been extremely peaceful for the past week, to turn violent. So once they turn violent, that would be an excuse to crack down on it. Because the speech, if you look at it, it didn't promise, there hasn't been anything. The emergency law wasn't cancelled. The parliament will not, or the shura cannot be dissolved by the vice president. President Mubarak can go back on his word anytime. There's been no actual promises, no firm, concrete reforms. The speech was extremely vague. And as a writer, as a journalist, I think you could write a better speech. A lot of people on Twitter, on social media, they're like, it's kind of like we got punked. The Ashton Kutcher stuff, everyone was really stunned. In Tahrir, the minute, the photos, the people, just the reaction, and you actually had state media. The minute the speech ended, they cut to the national anthem. You know, our national anthem. They didn't cut to the reaction of the people, which was extremely loud, extremely angry, shouting, leave, and invalid. So on the ground right now, a lot of people who are marching, who are going to the presidential palace, a lot of people through social media are saying, calm down, that this is the strategy. They're trying to make us, you know, violent so they can take action against us. Calm down, go to sleep, and tomorrow is a new day. So everyone...
Ethar, this is Kathleen Parker. Our President Barack Obama, issued a statement tonight and took a sort of a point-by-point analysis of your president's speech and was not terribly friendly. Has that gotten out at all on your side of things?
It does, but a lot of people aren't really happy with the speech, you know, and a lot of people saying that all the speeches combined, they really don't, the message isn't strong enough, that there was really no point to them, that it keeps, that a lot of people said, you know, even the President Obama speech before President Mubarak came up, it was almost as if he had no idea, that we've been led to believe that no, the President Mubarak was going to step down and that it was a shot before. So this has started to filter, but a lot of people are now taking, you know, they're taking the way of just leave us alone, this is our deal, this is our issue, we'll work it out, foreign intervention. And that's also partly because of state media, and also if you realize the president, he reiterated a lot the idea of I will not bow to foreign influences, I'm not leaving. And that kind of also, you kind of felt that maybe President Obama they didn't really think that this was going to happen, that he was not going to step down. We got the impression that President Obama thought the president was going to step down.
We got that impression too.
Yeah.
Ethar, it's Irshad here in New York. Salaam alaikum. I would like to know that if, back to your reference, your wonderful reference of being punked, if the military punks the demonstrators tomorrow by turning violent on the demonstrators, how are the protesters going to deal with that?
I think a lot of people right now are actually hoping that no, this isn't going to happen. And a lot of people, if you're looking at Twitter, a lot of people have been making sure to document instances where the army, where the generals or people who are actually leave and join the protesters' ranks. That you know, that the people and the army are one. It could actually, you never know what will happen. You have the presidential guard now going to the palace. What if the presidential guard and the military can face? You know, there's all these scenarios that could happen. It's all really up in the air. I don't think anyone could have ever, things keep snowballing so fast, and there's so many different scenarios that could happen. But I think one thing everyone agrees on, that tomorrow could potentially be extremely violent, that it could turn very bloody, simply because people are extremely frustrated, they're extremely angry. The president's speech his last speech at least made some people feel some empathy towards him, but this speech was extremely, you know, father knows best style, and even the vice president, when he appeared after, it was, you know, everyone go home and don't watch Al Jazeera or don't watch satellite channels, they're all trying to trick you.